Okay. Hi guys, how's everybody today? Hiya too. How are you doing? How is your oh, by the way, if you don't know me, my name is Sher. I'm an intuitive. I receive guidance from the Most High and I pass the messages along to people as needed. Okay. So welcome if you're new here. Tonight I will be reading after the lesson, but not before, and I will take donations. Um, You were off for a bit? Like off, like just took a day? I took last part of last night off, I think. That's cool. Yeah, I thought I would teach this class. Confirmation. Did you enjoy your trip, I hope? Mm. Natalie, how are you? I am well. I threw my hair up because it was just bugging me. It was so big. I had to take a break. I am well. Tonight we're going to learn about the devil. And I'm gonna be lighting some Palo Santo like now, just to be we'll be safe. And that is true, guys. Anytime, thank you. Anytime that you are looking into something unusual, anytime you do anything, tarot reading, anything, there should always be prayer and protection. Oh, thank you, Natalie. You guys crack me up. I hope everybody's doing great today. I'm gonna light this Palo Santo. I feel like if we're talking about the devil, we cannot ever have enough protection, honestly. Because a lot of people, there are things, I watch people that do exorcism sometimes. There are things that invite the devil in, too. So you have to be careful about that. Always. Welcome. If you're new, happy to have you. I did tell Iris, so I don't know if she'll show up or not. Man, there's a lot of smoke, isn't there? All right. Mm-mm. Perfect. We'll give it a few minutes, let everybody get in. It's perfect weather in beautiful Aurora, Colorado. Like perfect weather. And I think this will be a very interesting class tonight. I am going to send Iris a message. Just think she might be sleeping. I don't know. I'll ask her. I'll say, "Are you coming?" She'll be like, "What?" All right. It's great to see you, Ethereal, Natalie. I don't know who else here tonight in the chat. I'm going to give people a few minutes to get in. The three of us. Okay. I did ask for Iris if she wants to. And tonight we will be talking about the Prince of Darkness. But now he was not always, the devil was not always evil. Okay. So that's important. That's the beginning. So it's important to look at that. It'll be quite interesting. I'm going to do the biblical version and then I'm going to do the like an AI type version of what was found out about him. So I think that'll be kind of cool. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee and I'm going to pray and then we'll get started with class. This coffee is so good. It's like, okay, so in Colorado, the weather has this little bit of a crispness to it. Not super crisp, but just like the edge. It's like fall is coming and it's beautiful. And you're happy because I love all seasons, honestly. But it's just like, it's coming. It's coming. And I like hot cocoa too. All right. So let me, oh, shout. Let me pray and we'll get started. Okay. Father, please come in here. Guide me in this class. Help me to help others. Afterwards, with the readings, peace, protection, ancestors, angels, everyone. Your source energy. Amen. Okay. So I asked for protection because you should. Anytime you do anything with the devil and any kind of divination, you should always ask for protection. Okay. So let's start here. I'm kind of casual tonight, but that's okay. Let's start with the devil was not always evil. Okay, and it says in the Bible, Satan is portrayed as a fallen angel. Okay, and there was actually a question in here about his titles and stuff like that. Okay, so there's quite a few interesting facts I found out. So let's see. In Isaiah 14:12, this is often linked with Lucifer. He describes him as a morning star before his fall. Wow. Okay, so he was described as a morning star before his fall. So he was good like everybody else. But then some of us, some of us fall down. That's true, right? Oh, give me 1 second. Let me get my tea real quick. Oh, was it Ethereal that told me to paint last night? Because I've started painting. I started my picture. I don't know if y'all could see that, but that's just the beginning. So uh, maybe I have some tea in here. Ah, I did. Well, I'm not. It takes me a little bit. So I mean, when I'm in the Zen, I can paint a picture in 10 or 15 minutes. It's great. Okay, who was a good brother? Happy Monday. Hi, Natalie. You look cute. Okay. He's like, who was a good brother? Okay. Thank you. I'm working on it. I'll probably do more tonight. This is a little earlier than my normal time. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. The devil. Okay. Because, okay. That's cool. But I like that. I had no idea that he was called the morning star before his fall. So I thought that was kind of cool. His name also means accuser or adversary. And I didn't know that. It says the Hebrew word Satan means accuser, opposer, or one who resists. And that would make a lot of sense. But my thing is, like, did he get that name before he was the devil? I mean, they called him Morning Star, but also his name meant, God doesn't make any mistakes. Maybe God knew. I don't know. Okay. I love Job. Job is a great book in the Bible. If you've never read Job, read Job because it's so real, you know. It's like the devil and God are having this conversation. And the devil's like, hey, yeah, you're so confident in your people. Give me somebody. Give me Job. Let me take everything away from Job. And I think the devil said, or God said that he couldn't take his life. Okay. And so God hands the devil over to Job. And the devil did his best, but Job persevered. But at one point, Job did say, why, Lord, why? And God came back and said, excuse me, do you know who I am? I mean, he really did. He was like, I make the waves roll in the ocean. I put the star and the sun in the skies. So Job is a super wonderful book if you get a chance. Also, so it says, let's see, in Job chapter 1 and 2, Satan is not shown as a horned devil, but as an accuser in God's heavenly court, testing Job's faithfulness. Yeah, like they're just having God and the devil are having a conversation. Can you imagine that? Just having a conversation. Yeah, well, you think you're so good? Give me that one. I'll take him. I bet I can break him. I can totally see that. And I'm just going to say this poor Job in the middle of it. My Lord. Okay, so, all right. So, yeah, he just shows up he doesn't show up as a horned devil. Okay. Lucifer and Satan are not explicitly the same in scripture. Did you guys know that? Lucifer is Latin for light bearer, and that comes from Isaiah 14:12. The King James Bible originally referred to the king of Babylon. Okay. And then over time, Christian tradition linked this passage to Satan's fall. Okay. But the Bible itself, from what I can tell and from what I looked up, doesn't call the devil Lucifer. I did not know that. Um, okay. Did you guys know that the devil quotes scripture? I don't know. Maybe it's because the readings aren't free. I don't know. I hope not, because they wouldn't be like learning their lessons. And you know what? I have faith. I have faith in God, and that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So, and here's the thing: the ones that are in here, you guys are important. It might be the devil topic. People may not want to know that, but we talked about it, so it's out here. And then, yeah, it's okay. All right. I did not know, whoops, that the devil quotes scripture. Did you guys know that? Wow. Okay. It says, and this is right up Iris's alley. It said in Matthew 4, verses 1 through 11, during the temptation of Jesus, Satan, Iris is coming. Iris quotes Psalm 91 to twist its meaning. I did not know. This shows that evil can disguise itself in truth and bending it for deception. I didn't know that. That's kind of interesting. So, that'd be like, I can see the conversation now, Satan going, hey, let's look at Psalm 91. Let me tell you about this. And turning it into evil. Hi, Iris. We're talking about the dark one tonight. I had prayed and lit a candle. Good to see you. And we don't know where everybody is, but we're going to continue talking. And so far, the devil he wasn't always evil. He was called, in the beginning, he was called Morning Star, which I think, hi, Julie. And then later on, they talk about the name Satan, and that means accuser, opposer, or one who resists. And also it says biblically that, okay, it says Lucifer means light, Latin for light bearer, okay? And it comes from Isaiah 14:12, and the King James Bible, originally referring to the king of Babylon. I don't know. I sent you a notification. Yeah, and so and then they said over time through time that Christians started to link this passage to Satan's fall, but the Bible itself does not directly call the devil Lucifer. So I thought that was really interesting. I was like, I would have thought it did. Oh, I'm out of tea. I'll have to get some in a minute. Okay. Let me move these. Get out of the way. Okay. Okay. So now we are okay. So not only was the Bible good in the beginning and called morning sun, I think it was morning star, and not only did he turn scripture around and try to turn it into something bad with God, he also said, well, if that doesn't work, I'll just masquerade as an angel of light. And so and I like this because I did not know this. I did not know that there was a warning biblically in the Bible. It says in Matthew, let's see, wait a minute. No, in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14, it warns that Satan can disguise himself as an angel of light. Now, I did not know about the disguise thing. I knew that he has to be released every 1,000 years. And I'm struggling wondering if he hasn't been released given the nature of our world right now. Okay. And because he can disguise himself as an angel of light, I did a video on this the other day. Satan doesn't show up like a horned demon usually. He shows up as, a Ricky Suave or something. He shows up as the charming male or female that has it all together, and they're going, just have a couple drinks. It'll be okay. Yeah, let's go to that party. You know, that's how he gets a foothold in. Okay, if you could see him coming, you'd probably run, right? I would run. What do you think, Iris? But because he can masquerade as being a light, that implies the temptation. Oh, you've met him. Oh my lord. I would like to hear about that, Iris. Temptation. Bear with me, I lost my place. So what they're saying, because the devil can be an angel of light, he can also appear beautiful. He can appear desirable or logical, like the first time you meet him. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, we will be teaching a class on angels too. Okay. All right. And then I okay, this is very interesting. He does not rule hell. According to this, he doesn't. Now, um, oh, people in disguise. No, but you know what? I think I was married to. Sorry, Lord, sorry, but it's true. You know, I get it. I thought you had personally met the devil for a second there. I was like, I don't want to. I want to just like that's not anything on my bucket list. Is it on your bucket list? I hope not. You married his cousin. Well, at least you didn't marry the devil himself. Unlike some of us. Sorry, Lord, I'll try to be good. Okay. All right. But that's okay. Because even though the devil was tempting and beautiful and desirable and somewhat logical, he didn't win. He did not win. He was, he was unmasked and he was not the angel of light. So, anyway, let's go on. Okay, so it says pop culture shows Satan ruling hell with a pitchfork and, that he's the master of hell. And my whole life, I'm like, no, you're going to hell. The devil will be there, that type of thing. But according to Revelations, chapter 20, verse 10, it describes him being thrown into a lake of fire for eternal torment. And I read something in the Bible where I think it was God or Jesus agreed to let him out every 1,000 years. And part of me is like, is he out now? Because it sure feels like it, because there's so much. I could just see it. Let's throw a hurricane in there. Let's put some flooding in there. Let's, throw politics out the window. Let's do all these things and create a whole bunch of confusion, and let's pit people against people like in the streets that we have now. That's deception. That's evil. That's the devil. That's not love. There's nothing beautiful about it. Okay. So I thought that was kind of cool. So he was thrown into a lake of fire. I think I remember hearing that. And it says for eternal torment. But there is some place in the Bible that it does say he has to be let out every 1,000 years. It also says not as a ruler, but as one punished. Okay, that he doesn't reign hell according to Revelations 20:10. Now I don't know, and I wish we had Miss Kay here because she is like the biblical scholar. I do not know how many times that Miss Kay has read the Bible. If she's read it more than once, I'm a fan. And I'm sure she has, because she is like, she pops in sometimes. She's a great biblical person. Okay, so now, what does he go by? There's a lot of titles. I'm sure if you think of one, feel free to put it in the comments. I have tempter in Matthew chapter 4, verse 3. It said the devil is a tempter. I like this one, just because you know me in names. Bezebel. That was in Matthew chapter 12, for those of you that want to check it out, verse 24. Um, this one is in John 12:31. He was called the prince of his world, of this world, you know, and so he's gone by many names. There's even more. In Second Corinthians, um, chapter 4, verse 4, he was called the God of this age. And in Revelations, verse 12:19, the dragon and the ancient serpent, connecting him to Eden's serpent. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe, something you want to check into. Now, am I a devil expert? No. Do I want to be a devil expert? Probably not. Do I want to know enough about the devil to protect myself from him? Absolutely. Okay. Okay. It also says that he knows time is short. In Revelations 12:12, it says, the devil has great wrath because he knows his time is limited. So I want you to think about this. The devil is not going to come in and go, oh, I'm sorry. Here, have one drink. No, he's going to come in full force. Why don't you have a screwdriver for breakfast? Sure, that sounds so good. And it's healthy because it has orange juice in it, right? and But I think invariably when evil comes to you, you almost get like a deep knowing that it's evil. It's a form of protection from the divine, is what it feels like. We got warm in here when I start talking. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. It also says, hi, Michael Stevens. It also says that, when the devil, when he thinks he's defeated, that's when he gets the most fierce. And I believe that, okay? Because I've been in battles against the devil, and yeah, it gets fierce, very fierce. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, hold on a minute. I got more. Bear with me. We're going to go into lesser known facts. These are hidden references in the Old Testament that traditions could connect with Satan, even though he's not named outright. So, I mean, there's a little bit of, this is like for you to determine, but it's something to think about. Because my mom always said, if God exists, the devil exists, because you can't have one without the other. And that's so true. Evil and handsome, I get that. I totally understand it, because the devil does not, it comes wrapped in a pretty package, guys. I believe you. And there is evil that exists. And here's the thing, educate yourself. Sorry, water. Because if you're out there and you're not looking to run into the devil and he just appears, it's like a normal person. But there's clues. Usually, uh, they're going to tell you, they're going to try to push you towards things that are not good for you. If you're an alcoholic, they're going to go, have a drink. It won't hurt you. I'll take care of you. Oh, well. Okay. Is it better? Can you guys see me, hear me now? Okay, cool. Okay, so these I have not had a chance to really check out that much. So let's see. Good. All right, perfect. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, let's see. So now we're going into lesser known hidden references in the Old Testament that people connect with the devil. Hi, Noah. We're talking about the devil tonight, but we have prayed and asked for peace and protection. Um, the first thing they brought up was the serpent in Eden, Genesis 3. And Noah, feel free to input. And it said the serpent who tips Eve isn't explicitly called Satan in Genesis. Okay. And it says later, Revelation 12:9 and 20 verse 2 identify the ancient serpent as the devil, connecting the dots. Okay. Um, and then also, so bear with me. Also, know I welcome any input. You haven't missed anything. We're talking about the Prince of Darkness, ways to protect yourself from the devil, what he looks like. He does not come like with horns and a pitchfork. Most of the time, he comes in a very pretty package. It's that addiction, it's that over shopping, it's that eating 10,000 desserts, Iris. It's that temptation that's put in front of you. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're talking about the biblical verses that do not necessarily say the devil, but are somewhat connected to the devil, that kind of establishes a timeline. Okay, so the second one is, it says the adversary against in Israel, and this was in Chronicles, First Chronicles chapter 21 verse 1. It said Satan stood up against Israel and excited David to take a census of Israel. Interestingly, in the parallel passage of 2 Samuel 24:1, it said it was the Lord who incited David. Okay. Oh, wow. I did not know that. Okay, so there's two different stories. Thank you, Iris. There's the story of the Lord inciting David to take a census of Israel, and then there's one of Satan doing it. Now, one of the notes that was there was, it said this reflects like a growing Pensacola, Florida. This reflects like a growing, hold on, separation between God as holy and Satan as the tempter. Like the beginning of their fighting, like, hey, you do this, hey, you do, how kids are, right? And they also talk about the heavenly court, and that's in Job's chapter 1 and 2. It said, no, guys, these are, I look up a whole bunch of stuff, so bear with me. It says Satan is more like a prosecutor than the modern concept of the devil in Job 1 and 2. He roams the earth and appears before God to accuse Job, which is true. That's one of my favorite things. And it shows Satan, like he's going to test you, is what it is. It shows that Satan will test you. And we all know that. But here's the thing, we all have free will. When that friend says, I know you're an alcoholic, but I'll watch out for you. Just have one drink. That's not your friend. Okay. When they say, here, let's go shopping. And you're like, but I have an addiction. They're like, oh, we'll just go out for today. We won't do it anymore. Our all kinds of things. Life requires balance. Okay. Like I can't be a tarot reader 24/7. I have to be Sher sometimes. I have to eat. My green beans were not that good, Iris, but they were good, but not, I'm so used to them being plain. I think they were probably delicious and I just didn't know it. Okay. And so yeah, because literally, yeah, I'm from Pensacola, in case you didn't hear me, my nose is itching. Literally, sorry, it happens when I read and stuff. I totally agree with you, Noah. Why plain? What is plain? Oh, because I've always eaten them plain, Iris. Okay. All right. So yeah, Satan will test us, and he will also confront God about us. Apparently, he appeared before God to accuse Job. And then God said, "Here, you can have him." A lot of distractions. Okay. And then you had the tempter of Joshua, the high priest, in Zechariah chapter. I hear you, Iris. Chapter. I love green bean casserole. We're coming up on the holidays. Lord help us. See, I even holiday decorated for you guys. See the leaves? There's even a pumpkin up there. Okay. So we're talking about, okay, so the tempter of Joshua, the high priest. This is in Zechariah chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. It says, Satan stands to accuse Joshua, the high priest, while the Lord rebukes him. This passage highlights Satan's role as the accuser of God's chosen people. It also foreshadows the New Testament idea of Christ as an advocate against the accuser. So I thought that was like, whoa. Don't get stuck on the green beans, Iris. Do not get stuck on them. I'm a strange person sometimes. I grew up poor. We didn't have all the fancy stuff to put on the green beans. Okay. Um, and there are many more, but there was also, I wanted to know this. I asked an AI program if the devil was real. And I want to tell you, let's see, I want to tell you what was said because I thought this was interesting. Um, it said, okay, first of all, I said, let's see. I said, please provide an outline of Satan being thrown out of heaven. Smoked. Oh my goodness, Irish, you're killing me. Okay, so it says first there was the identity before the fall. This is often identified as Lucifer, named in Isaiah 14:12, Latin Vulgate, meaning light bearer or morning star. Now we just touched on that a few minutes ago. He was also described, I hear you, as a high ranking angel, beautiful, wise, and powerful. Now, this was in Ezekiel chapter 28, verses 12 through 15. So, like, I want you to pay attention to this morning star, light bearer, high ranking angel, beautiful, wise. As Iris says, I'm just saying, the devil comes in disguise, okay? And it can be disguised, it can be gambling, it can be watching TV 24/7, it can be watching tarot readers 24/7. There are many things in our life and we all have our own path, okay, we do, but all of us have different challenges on different paths. Mine happen to be drinking, yours may be drugs, yours may be overeating. Iris, are you just listing your sins as we go? Iris, feel free to Iris is our shopping and eating. Mine would be alcohol. And also mine would be, because I think this is a sin, giving so much of yourself away to where there's nothing left. Letting somebody deplete you to where you lose yourself. I know you're confessing. I did an eating video for you today, Iris. A healthy, have this fish, these green beans, and this rice video. I know. She can't wait and wait until Thanksgiving gets here. I'm gonna have to, like, she's gonna have to fly out. We're gonna have a meeting. We'll have a group gathering somewhere. Maybe I'll get big one day and we can have a retreat. And I'll bring the originals in. Hey, I can dream too. And I really don't care about being big. What I do care about is making the world a better place and helping others and getting people on the right track. And Iris, we'll get you there. We'll get you there one of those days. We will we'll get you away from that eating addiction. Okay, let me continue on. So it says that often referred to as Lucifer, named from Isaiah 14:12. Stephanie say, oh my Lord, I'm over here teaching about the devil. This is Stephanie. She's one of my best friends. We were talking last night, and I was telling her how amazing God is and how He does a lot of things that there's no way I could do. And that's kind of how you know it's from God, because you can't do them. Okay, so feel free to throw any biblical knowledge in. Um, Okay, so he is described as a high ranking angel, beautiful, wise, and powerful. Now, if a high ranking angel comes up to me and they're beautiful, wise, and powerful, I'm going to be like, oh, hi, I'm Sher. How are you? Mistake. Okay. All right. Some traditions in the Bible suggest that he was a guardian cherub, a leader, or a heavenly worship. Okay, now, what was the devil's cause? Pride and the desire to be like God. The devil was like, you know what? I think I'll be just like him. You ever had somebody in your life want to be just like you? And that is covered in Isaiah 14, uh, verses 13 and 14. He sought to make himself bigger than God, above the throne, And that, I'm just going to tell you right now, that did not go well. Okay? We know it's the truth. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the expulsion. Expulsion. You know, like when you get expelled in school, only the devil gets expelled. Okay. Mm, thank you. Excuse me. There was a war in heaven, and Michael, Archangel Michael, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon was called Satan. And it says Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels. This is in Revelation chapter 12, verses 7 through 9. Okay. Now, Satan and his followers were defeated and they were cast down to the earth. You ever just looked up in the sky sometimes? Have you ever just looked how big the sky is? Can you imagine just being cast down to the earth? Get out of here. Sorry. I have a vivid imagination. You guys know that. Okay. Now, what was the outcome? Well, it's pretty simple. They no longer had a place in heaven, they were cast out. Can you imagine being so bad and going against God so bad that you get cast out of heaven? I would say that that's brazen, honestly. That's very brazen. Okay. Now, Satan has certain titles in scripture. He's the accuser of the brethren. That's Revelation 12:10. He's also the deceiver of the whole world. I'm sure a lot of you can relate with that right now. The deceiver of the whole world. And if you look at the world, there's a lot of deception in the world right now. Okay. What does he do? How does he make things happen? Well, he tempts you. Come on, you can do it. Eat that whole cheesecake. You'll be okay. Just because you gain 10 or 15 pounds, that doesn't mean anything. People will still love you, and they will. There'll just be more of you to love. Um, he also operates in the earthly and the spiritual realm until final judgment. Now, I thought he was cast into a pit of fire, and I thought somewhere in there, I, oh, bound and thrown into the abyss for 1,000 years. There's the 1,000 year thing. Oh, no reason, Iris. No reason at all. Do you remember that French toast thing a few nights ago where you had the whole chat hungry? Okay, so uh, this is future judgment. This is like the devil's destiny. So first he was bound and thrown into the abyss for 1,000 years. You can find this in Revelation chapter 20, verses 1 through 3. And then he was ultimately cast into the lake of fire forever. I didn't know. Okay, so I thought he got to get out every 1,000 years. So I'm probably wrong. If there's any biblical people out here, Noah, Stephanie, any of you, Iris, feel free to correct me because I thought it was like an every 1,000 year thing. Okay. And now also there was something else. Let's see. Bear with me. I had another one. Okay, I said, let's see, is the devil real? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so I asked AI, is the devil real? And it says, whenever the devil is real, whether it's real depends deeply on your personal belief system, which I get that. Spiritual framework or religious tradition. Here's a breakdown of how this concept is viewed across various perspectives. So these are not my perspectives. This was from a chat thing. Um, from a spiritual, energetic perspective, like a non dogmatic perspective, the devil can be seen as a symbol, like a fear, ego, separation, lower vibrational energy. It may not necessarily be a literal being. I personally think the devil is a very real being. Um, but a force of consciousness that exists when we disconnect from source, love, or truth in this view. Okay, so AI says that when we're disconnected from God, then that's our consciousness. I'm going to read it. But a force or consciousness that exists when we disconnect from source, love, or truth. Okay, so like often, and this is how our life works, we're going along, we're praying, we're doing the right things, we're putting a little service in there, we're helping people. Remember to be in the present moment. And then life kicks in. And then we're like, oh, I don't have time for this. Okay. Da, 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 da. All right. And that, all of a sudden, like you're like, how did I get here? How did all this happen in my life? You know it. That devil. He popped in and he offered foods. Sorry, Iris, or alcohol, or drugs, or meanness, or just being a bad person, putting you in a bad mood. All those things can happen. Okay. All right. So it says the devil represents illusion, temptation, and spiritual distortion. Yes. And I believe that because, God is, He's real. He's right here in your face up front. Well, for me anyway. And I think He is for everybody else. But you have to be open and receptive to hearing God. Okay. But the devil, when he shows up, how does he show up? Through addiction, through shame, through control, through fear based decisions. Okay. So you're not, according to AI, you're not battling an outside entity. And this would make sense because we connect from within to the divine, or that's my thought process. Um, it says you're battling inner energies that must be healed or transmuted. Like here's an example. I love the taste of beer, but I also know that if I get a real beer in a real bar, that Iris is going to have to drive to Colorado and pick me up off the floor, probably, because I know that's a temptation. So when you know things are temptations in your life, don't put them there. Don't go to the liquor store and shop and put a whole bunch of alcohol in your house and say, I'll resist it. you know? So and don't let your fear get the better of you. What's fear going to do? Fear is going to hold you back. Fear is a lack of faith. The devil operates in fear. God operates in faith. Okay. Now let's talk about the religious perspective because he shows up a lot in religion. Okay. Are you guys doing okay with this? Are you enjoying this? I know it's kind of a heavy subject. Our next subject will be on angels. We have to combat the dark. Okay. But the angels will be a different day. I'll be doing some readings afterwards. Um, okay. Now, so from a religious perspective, we're talking about the devil now, and Christianity, the devil can often be referred to as Satan or Lucifer. We know that, right? Typically, a fallen angel who has rebelled against God. And he's portrayed as a tempter, deceiver, and enemy of the soul. I'd say that's pretty accurate. Okay. In Islam, he's known as Iblis. Ilbis, the devil refused to bow to Adam and was cast out, becoming a tempter of humanity. Interesting. In Judaism, Slim Bucket. The idea of Satan is less personified, and more often reviewed as the adversary or the accuser who works under God's permission, which he did work under God's permission with Job in the Bible. Because he said, hey, look at your good and faithful slime bucket. Good and faithful person, right? Okay. Also, in other traditions, different systems have different names. That's why when I say when you're making a connection with the divine, don't get so hooked up into the name. I love the one Shayla Kelly calls God. Is it Yahshua? But there's many names, is what I'm saying. And there's no wrong way to talk to God. God is divine. He knows everything about you. He knows all of those bad secrets. You have nothing to hide. He's omnipotent, right? And okay, slime bucket. That's another name, Irish. You are killing me. Okay, and slime bucket. It's a very appropriate name. We'll go with that, Irish. Thank you. Okay. Um, Now, how is the devil interpreted? It can be interpreted as your shadow self. The parts of us. Okay. I was like, what is your shadow self in that aspect? It's like the parts of us that are afraid, the parts of us that, we're stuck, or we suppress, or we don't accept. This relationship is over. No, it's not. No, no. I'm going to wait 10 more years. Sorry for somebody out there. No, let it go. That's the devil having a foothold in your life, letting you sit somewhere, waste your life thinking about somebody for 10 years that you haven't even talked to. Your energy is worth more than that. Okay. Okay. So the devil can be interpreted as your shadow self. It can also be like a projection of inner conflict or trauma. Like if you've been in a really bad relationship and you feel like, you were in a relationship with a not so nice person and you had a lot of trauma from it. And trauma takes time to heal. You might be in a bad relationship and you might jump out there and go, oh, I'm so good. That would be me. Right. And you get in another relationship and then you're like, oh, I don't think I'm that good. Wait a minute. You know, and so you have to give yourself time. You have to give yourself time for growth. You have to give yourself time for acceptance. You have to give yourself time to just get freedom back when you've been in something where you've been in the dark, where you don't remember who you are. And how do we get ourselves back? The first thing we do is we reconnect with the divine. All right? Because it's very hard to be in the light and have the dark come in and take over. Because if you're in the light, you can see what you're looking at, you can see what you're facing. Okay. And when you're facing the devil, you should know it. And I've done that before. Sorry for using the same example, but if I have a friend in a bar and they're encouraging me to drink and they know I'm a crazy alcoholic, they're not my friend. And so sometimes when you start seeing the devil, you have to face some truths in life. You have to make some changes. So you don't get into those situations, so you don't get addicted, so you don't, you know, lose your soul or whatever. These are serious choices and they deserve discernment. Okay. Now, let me see what else we have. Okay, so that being said, that's our little conversation on the devil, and I will be doing readings here in a minute. Um, Here's the thing about the devil, uh, he comes in packages that are not known, and it's real easy to get wrapped into something, real easy. There's so many not so good things in the world that we can get wrapped into. But whatever we get in, usually when the devil's involved, you have you've got hope in Jesus and God. You make a prayer. You ask it to go away. Whenever I've been in terrible situations in my life regarding the devil, I have said, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord. I've prayed. And I also think that God protects you. I was laying in my bed one night at my house and I woke up out of a dead sleep and God said, I heard him clear as day. He said, nothing good happens at 3 in the morning. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Nothing good happens at 3 in the morning. Don't move. Don't open the door. And I knew if I opened that door, that nothing good was going to happen. I did not open the door. The next morning, my bike was missing, but that was a very small price to pay versus what I could have lost. So God does protect you from the devil. Okay. But you have to be open to that protection, and you have to invite God in. Okay. All right. That's the class portion of our class tonight. If you want to be on the reading list tonight, simply put a note out here. And yes, you're right, Iris. The devil does know how to tempt you. And when you are using discernment and you're living your life right and you're walking in the light, you're going to see that temptation way more. Okay. You're going to see it coming. Whereas if you're in the dark, if the dark is approaching the dark, you can't see it. And then it's too late. Iris, will you also list my number if you have it there? If Iris is going to list a number. If you want to book a reading, you can text to that number, and I will get back with you. Um, Teresa, if you're out there, okay, let's put Stephanie on the list. Don't put her first, Iris, because I need time to warm up to her. For those of you that don't know, Stephanie is one of my best friends. Now, that number is preferably text, guys, okay? I very seldom answer it, but if you want, thank you, Nana. If you want to book a reading, send me a text. Okay. So, yeah, don't, Stephanie, I used to, back in the beginning, thank you, Iris. Back in the beginning, I know it's true. I would get like hints. I would get little messages, and hi, Onessa. You just won this. Hi, won this. I get a lot of little messages, and I tell Stephanie, hey, da da. And so now, yesterday I was talking to Stephanie, and she she's what was it? She said you're so different from you used to get little tiny messages, and I'm like, they're not little anymore. But that's what happens when you have a spiritual awakening. When you make that shift, peace, guys, you get peace. And it is the peace that surpasses all understanding because you know there is not anything that you cannot handle with God's help. Okay. So I'm going to get off my soapbox now and I'm going to pray and we'll read some cards. And perfect. Yeah, don't put, I got to warm up to her. It's been ages. It'll be like a test. All right. Hi, Ethereal. Thank you for being a moderator. I really appreciate you. Let me pray and then we get started. I can get some cards. We do these pretty pink cards. Oh, I might as well get the pile though. Okay, someone is in the middle of a shift. There's someone in the middle of a shift in my collective in this chat or something. The shift is going to be okay. You're going to move forward. It's going to be even better than you possibly thought. Iris, meet Stephanie. Stephanie, meet Iris. It's going to be better than you thought. And the thing about that shift is there's a lot of growth that has come with that shift. And they want you to recognize the amount of growth you've been through and to know that you're going on the right path, that you're going forward. All right. That's what I have for you. I don't know who that was for. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It could very well be because in the chat, I do pick up on things. Like Darlene Lisa was here the other night, and she had a song in her head, and I couldn't read because it was so loud. And I was like, "Who is thinking of this song?" And for a while, I had a sick person coming in, and they were making me sick. I have to work on grounding. All right, what do we have for moonlight? That's really normal. I think that's part of your process or something. I have ringing and buzzing in my ears as we are talking. But what happens is after a while, I notice it more if I sit down, like to meditate. You just kind of get used to it. And I know that there's that thing where your ears ring, tetanitis or something. I don't think that's it. I've had this my whole life, I think. So, and I hear a lot of readers say that. Also, chocolate candy. It's think about that. All right, let me get started. All right, for ethereal. Hi, what do we have for ethereal moonlight, Lord? Ooh, oh wait, can't do it. Sorry, give me a second, guys. Got to pray. I didn't even look at the cards. Hold on, sorry, that was loud. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. Let's start again. Yes. Hi, JC. I am. I think I get down. I don't think I ever disconnect. Thank you. Okay. For ethereal. What do we have for ethereal, Lord? Whoa. Oh, oh, nice. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. Anything else for ethereal? Okay. I see that. Anything else? Anything else for ethereal? Okay. Ethereal, you have a couple things going on. You're welcome. You're in the early stages of achievement. I think this is job related. It's like things are finally going to start showing up for you. Okay. There's some things that you're doing to sabotage yourself, though. It feels like you're maybe listening to some of the wrong people about things, and like they had their opinion, but you have yours. Follow yours. Follow your information. Theirs would be um, actually kind of bad advice. Okay. So that's very important because you know the answers, because you have this deep rooted belief. Okay. And you've been working hard for these results and you're going to make them happen. There's a need not to hang on to everything so tightly, to let it go and have some faith that it's going to move forward, for God's help. It will, because you're pushing yourself to a point where you're tired. It's okay to take a break. Okay. God does not want you to be miserable. Take a break. Okay. That's what I have for you. Hi, Estefani. How are you? I hope that helps. All right. You are so welcome, Miss Ariel. Hi, Natalie. How are you? Oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. For Natalie. Okay. I'm going somewhere different with Natalie. It's only 7 o'clock at night. I'm so used to the 1 o'clock in the morning thing, or the 3 o'clock in the morning thing. Sure, Natalie, we're gonna start here. What do we have for Natalie? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Wow. Okay, I like this. Anything else? This is beautiful. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what I've got. The first thing that I had show up in your reading is to let go of negative people and toxic beliefs, Natalie. Okay. Um, there's something here about your, they want me to really stress this. You are worthy. Okay. You are so worthy. You are valuable regardless. You are a child of the Most High. It is not up for debate. Okay. Don't ever let people make you feel less. I think there could be some of these people in your environment. You can simply move them out of your life and just let them fade away. Okay, is what I'm hearing. Um, they're saying that you're never alone. This is the spirit of life, and I think that's why you come here every night, honestly, Natalie, because you're not alone anymore, because you have that connection, because you're starting to see it. It's the big picture. It's beauty in action. I'm going to read this because I think this is beautiful. It says, remember, you are never alone. The spirit of life is with you. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in this realization and feel the lightness return. Okay, so that's you. And then essence, they're saying, take a minute, Natalie, and remember who you are. Don't let people push you into being something that you're not. That you have wisdom. That the whole universe is here for the taking. Okay, and know that you're not going to let things bring you down. There might be a moment where you're like, okay, that's a lot to deal with, but you're going to move on because you've made that shift. You're walking in that light and it's huge and you get it. And now things are changing, but they're changing in a really beautiful way. That's what I have for you. All right. Who's next, Miss Iris? Hi, Azza. I hardly ever read those cards. Oh no, let me reload. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna reload. All right. Hi, Julie. Stay where you are. Reloading. Reloading. Okay. It's okay. I'll come right back. Okay. Hold on. Let me reload. All right. Reload. Okay. I'm back. Let's see if it works. Is it better now? Iris? I craved those when I was pregnant. Okay. Natalie, I think I went all the way through yours. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go to Julie W. And let's see what we have for Julie W. at this time. You've been working hard on something, Julie. I don't know what it is, but you've been working really hard and it's moving forward. I can tell you that. What else for Julie W? Whoa, a lot. Okay. Okay. You've made a lot of shifts lately, and now you are. Wait a minute. You've been going in a new direction, but it feels like something may have distracted you. I don't think it's gonna throw you off long. I think it's going to. I think that you're going to kick in because you have the Ace of Swords here with a lot of determination, and you're going to remember you have freedom, and you're not going to waste your life. Yes. I just talked about the devil and releasing things that you held on too long to for synthesize. So you might want to rewind that one. Okay. And it feels like you're kind of worried about finances. Okay. But here's the thing, you're standing in your power. You've made this shift. And you know enough to know that like when you kind of get stuck a little, you know that you got to push forward. Okay. And this is because you're in your power, aren't we all, right? And there's control and there's intelligence. There's, you know who you are now, okay? And you're doing a beautiful job. And you're being real, you're being authentic, you're being exactly who you are. And you know that these little issues are not going to hold you back because you have determination, because you push forward, because you know where you're going in life. I love that for you, Julie W. Iris, quit talking about the food. You're making me hungry. And what did I just had? Did we forget Azza? I don't let's forget Azza either. I just had, I synthesized. I had salmon and rice and green beans. Salmon, rice, and green beans. We are manifesting, huh? Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. Okay, gotcha. Let's do Azza because I felt like she came in kind of early on, and I don't want to forget her. How you doing, Azza? Where are you from, Azza? Synthesize, I promise we'll get there. Hi, Miss Pickett. Oh, I love watermelon. Oh no, we're doing it again. Okay, do not be tempted by foods. For Azza, what do we have for Azza, Lord, at this time? Ooh, wow. Okay. Okay. Clarification. All right, Azza. I don't know about wanting to be with somebody. I can't really answer that question for you. I will tell you your general circumstances, okay? The general circumstances are that you have a deep rooted belief, okay, in God and the divine. Okay, this is showing by the Four of Pentacles. It doesn't feel like money, okay, and you just said a word. You said it's stressful. The card next to that, I wondered what was happening in your life, because the card next to that is financial loss, quarrels, the burden of wealth, uh, like fighting, quarreling, not good, okay? And underneath, in the basis of your reading, there is a deceptive person. And here's my thing: if you're feeling stress already in a relationship, uh, I'm not saying make a decision on tarot card reading. I'm never saying that. I am saying get quiet somewhere and talk to God, because I think you have something better coming in. But talk to God. You make that decision, okay? Because we can't, we shouldn't base our life on a card. We should base our life on what's within. What do we connect with? How we feel. Yes. And here's the thing: when you move away from that, and that has to be a personal decision, there's going to be beneficial changes. We have to hide the naked people, Stephanie. Beneficial changes. And when you make room, that's when you're going to start having the relationships and the friends come in, the good stuff. Okay. So you simply have to uh, go towards the light, is what I'm hearing, and talk to God. If you're asking me about a person in your chat, you're already fighting with them, you're already stressed out about them. Talk to God. I have a feeling He'll give you some clarity. Okay. Thank you for the donation, B. What's coming in love? Oh, you guys in the relationship stuff. I don't know what's coming in love. Where are you from, B? Let's do B. She just donated. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. And is Michael here? Hello, B7. I don't know what is coming in love. Oh, different deck. Okay. My nose is itching. For those of you who don't know, from the United Kingdom, I wondered. Very good, Miss Pickett. You be a good influence on Iris. All right. I'm glad you're better now. Okay, Michael hasn't responded. We can always come back to him. Itchy nose, my face when it itches, it's really kind of confirmation. When I'm reading, I had a reading the other day for somebody, and it was some bad news and stuff. And when things like that are just so very real, the cold is like totally across the back of my shoulders. And for me, that's confirmation it comes from the divine. Same thing with the itchy nose. As a matter of fact, I saw spiritual guidance going, I wish my nose wouldn't itch. Because it does happen. I never knew that until I started reading. It's almost like little angels are going, hey, hey, are you paying attention? Okay, what do we have for B? Whoa, cards already. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. Oh, wow. Whatever it is, it's good. I think you might know this person already. I don't know. I had four cards fall out, B. The first one was these are in reverse, but this is like what you're doing, like co creating with the universe. Oh, my goodness, Iris. And this person will not make you feel alone. You won't feel like you're by yourself anymore. You both will do everything by the book. All right. And you will exchange gifts with each other. It will be beautiful. But here's the thing: what else? Highest and best advice for B? You've gone through a regeneration process. The things that used to fit you and serve you don't serve you anymore. Those things have left your life. Here's the problem: you have to remember they've left your life and not want to gravitate back to that. That's that's what I have for you. And here's the thing: you're fated. This is fate. Okay, this is God given, leading you in the right direction, helping you get to where you want to be. What did Iris say? Next time, get a slice of sweet potato pie. I have pumpkin whipped cream in my refrigerator. Why are you talking about food, Iris? Uh, oh, thank you, B. I appreciate it. You're on the right track, and it's uh, you're going to be fine no matter what because you've made a shift. I can feel your shifts, and I love that for you. And thank you for the lovely donation. I certainly appreciate you. 3 Indian tarot readers confirmed I have a soulmate in Eastern. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you. All right, Iris, I want to do synthesized souls. Let's get this out of the way because it seems like a lot of pressure. Okay. Plus, I got to give people a chance to get over the pie thing. Okay, synthesized souls. We're going to use the pink cards. Whew. And let's see what we're going to do. You said 3 Indian tarot readers have confirmed a soulmate in Eastern Europe. Okay, now you know I'm not God, but we'll see what comes out. Okay, we're going to check them with yes, no cards. Let's start with the first country. That you're going to party like it's 1999. I feel like you want to go back to that time frame, Miss Pickett, but we'll go there in a minute. Okay. Let's start with the first one. Okay, Belarus, Belarus. Or is the soulmate there? That is not going to help me. Hold on. That's not an answer. I need an answer. Hold on. Yes or no? Is the soulmate, we're going to cut the deck this time. Is the soulmate in Belarus? Belarus. No, wrong direction. Wrong direction. That is hilarious. Are you kidding? That is funny. Okay, so we know it's not there. How about Bulgaria? Bulgaria. Oh my goodness. This is going to be interesting. Let me just shuffle. I don't want to deceive you. For Bulgaria. Are they there? Is the soulmate in Bulgaria? All right, it's looking up. Bulgaria has the potential for good luck. Okay. They're also saying don't be impatient. That's on the bottom underneath. Underneath that, it says the relationship is faded. Okay. I don't know what that's about. Well, actually, I do, because underneath that, it says collapse of a project. I think this is maybe the last soulmate. But you do have the Wheel of Fortune. You put that back in there and let's see where we go. Are you recording this? I hope not. Okay, Hungary. How are we doing with Hungary? Oh, Lord. Okay, what is Hungary? Where are we going with Hungary? What? I don't think Hungary's it because we have the Knight of Swords here. This is somebody rushing off. Even if Hungary's it, they're not going to be there by the time you get there. Please forgive me. I couldn't help myself. Okay, next one. Poland. Okay. What do we have for Poland? Yes or no, Lord? Is the soulmate in Poland? No. This is the Four of Swords. Busy. Continue to act. This is saying no. Okay. Here we go again. Okay. Moldova. Moldova. Wow. Okay. For Moldova. What do we get for Moldova? I am not a geographical locator. I don't think. Moldova. Oh. Wow. Okay. At first, I thought it was Moldova, but I don't think so because you had the Wheel of Fortune come out, right? But then you had delay, so not Moldova. Okay, next. Oh my goodness. Okay. Did I do? Okay, so I'm on Romania. What about Romania, Lord? Romania. Yes, Ace of Wands for Romania. Hold on. No, no, it's not Romania. You might think it's Romania, but that would be failure. Okay. Oh, this is complicated. Okay. Russia and Slovakia. Okay. Oh, I got to get a sip of water for this. Hi, Phantom. Noah here next. Okay. Ooh, it's not Russia. That's heartbreak and sadness. Hi, EMB. Okay. Uh, okay, so not Russia. Last one. Let me, I got to figure out what the last one was. Get that cabin living. Let's see. Quick craving, Iris. Okay, my last one is Slovakia. Okay. Is it Slovakia? What do we have? Oh, no. Turn around. Go the other way. No, no, it's not. It's not Slovakia. Okay, so what were the results? Let's see. So what did we say? It was like it was the second one. What was the second one? It was Bulgaria. Bulgaria is the closest one that I see. I hope it helps. That was funny. Only one, Bulgaria. I know. You never know. Eastern Europe or her. Okay, EMB, don't encourage Iris, manly man. Okay, I'll mispick it. Okay, Noah. Let's talk to Noah. Noah, you are. Hold on, Noah. I'm tapping into you. Noah, the energy I feel around you is you're so tapped in. You're so true. You're so true to life. Like you are, you know who you are. You know you're a child of the divine. And you're going to make some really great things happen. You've already started with this channel. And that's just the beginning of your journey, Noah. Your journey is going to be beautiful because you have a beautiful energy, because you live in the light. You've always been in the light. I don't think you were ever not of the light, Noah. Beautiful. You don't need a card, okay? Because you're great. You're a child of God. I hope that helps, Noah. Okay. Hi, sophisticated. Hi, sophisticated. Welcome. Okay. Synthesized cells. I hope that helps. My cards are everywhere now. Straight Queen, we do not have bad days. We simply have days where we reset. We're going to reset. Iris, let's do this if we can. Let's move Miss Pickett. Let's do Miss Pickett, Sophisticated, Straight Queen, and then Stephanie. Just because I feel like these people, I feel like it's a psychic test. We'll ask Sher. All right, now let's ask our people, our other people. Oh no. Okay, hold on a minute, Straight Queen. I said, Miss Pickett. Okay, Miss Pickett, I said that we're gonna party like it's 1999. There's a song, "Party Like It's 1999." I feel like your guides are saying, "Hey, when are you going to have some fun in life? When are you going to play? All hard, all work and no play makes Miss Pickett bored or something." Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Prince song. Yes. Okay. Street Queen, I will do you in just a minute. Okay. Iris, she got you. Okay. Okay. So let's do sophisticated. Did you have a question, sophisticated? We have some really challenging question people here. You do, Miss Pickett, and you will get there. All right, go ahead and list your question, please. I'll have a sip of my I think my coffee. I got to re plug in my junk in here. I move things around. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, Miss Pickett, you need work first. Okay, hold on, Miss Pickett. Hold on. Oh, that's it, Miss Pickett. I get the message. Okay, okay. So Miss Pickett, here's your message. You're hanging on to work so hard that is all that you're hanging on to. Okay, and when you let that go, that's when things are going to start to shift for you, Miss Pickett. You gotta release everything that you are carrying that is so hard for you. Give it to God, Miss Pickett, and then that's when things are to change, and you will feel the weight lift off of you, and you will know. Okay, you will. Okay, gotcha. Okay, two interviews. Okay, all right. Electric. Okay, general reading for Fana. Okay, so sophisticated said she had two. Bear with me. Let me read this note, guys. Okay, sending love. Let's see. Hearts, hundreds. Thank you, sophisticated. Well, maybe Air Electric offered me the position. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Father, for Mayberry Electric. Hold on. I don't want to do these. I want to do a different deck. Will Mayberry Electric offer her the position? Yes or no? Hold on. I need one card. Yes or no, please. Yes. Yes, you have the card of small developments, skill development. Okay, this is very appropriate. This is the Eight of Pentacles. This is skill development, repetitive, rep- repetitious tasks. Sorry, apprenticeship, patience, and waiting. So I do feel good about this. Yes, the Eight of Pentacles, and that is a yes card. All right, let me know. Come back and tell me. All right. Okay. But get out of your head about it. Just go ahead and see it coming to you. Okay. Hi, AMB. Where am I? Straight Queen. Let's read for Straight Queen. Straight Queen. Bear with me. I'm tapping in. Okay. Straight Queen. So much loss, so much disappointment, so much frustration. But here's the thing, God is not going to let you stay there. God will not let you stay in the darkness. You have made this shift. You've shifted over. This is a bump in the road. You will get to where you need to be, Straight Queen. You just keep going. Okay? Put everything that happened today down. Wash your face. Spend some time doing something you like. Turn music on. Do whatever it takes to reset yourself. And know that when you get up tomorrow, it's going to be a much better day. That you're surviving this with God's help. And He's there and He doesn't leave you, nor does He forsake you. Okay, Straight Queen? That's what I have for you. And ask God for that peace that surpasses all understanding. You know He does it. You know He works because you've already seen it. That's what I have for you, Straight Queen. Okay, I didn't need a card for that. Okay. Sorry, Straight Queen. I just had to I had to just tap in. Okay. Freaky J, you're still living life in the good way, aren't you? You're just having a blast. Okay. Crab cakes are delicious. You guys, I'm gonna be so hungry. You will make me gain weight. I am trying to be so healthy. Oh, Straight Queen, you are. And God is light and love, okay? Oh my God, here she is. She's Freaky J. Do you like red loves? You haven't asked Did you ask Stephanie? Okay, am I on Stephanie now? Where am I at, Iris? You know you can buy them in the box and make them now, Iris, right? You can buy the box at the store and make your own biscuits. Stephanie, oh Lord. Are you still here, woman? And if you are, do you have a question? Bear with me, guys. Let's see. Wow, we got a lot of people in the chat today. She may not still be here. I don't know. The box says, oh, she is. Oh, Lord. I thought I was going to get out of it. Do you have a question? mm, 11:11. Nope. All up to you. Oh, Lord. Okay. You're wrong. Hold on 1 second. I got to fix this. You're wrong, Straight Queen. You don't. You have somebody. You have the divine on your side. And you have made it through way worse than this. We're all alone in our own ways, but you are not alone. You have the divine, and I want you to hang on to that. Yes, and you keep on working, okay? A setback does not ruin the life. It might set you back. You might have to regain, but you do this. You will be okay. We're doing beautiful hanging with Bishop, or Bishop. I know you like Bishop. All right, so let's see what we have for cardboard. She's probably talking about the food. Okay. All right, let's see what we have for Stephanie. Where am I going? Okay, we'll do two different ones. Ooh, okay. No, I'm not doing these. I'm doing these. It makes me nervous when I read for my friends. But now all of you have become my friends. Okay. Oh, Iris, you and the biscuits. Okay, so wow. You feel like every day is a gift. I love that. You release a lot of stuff in your life. You're in a more peaceful place. You spend time going within. You notice that that balances you out in your life. You have space in between. You make it a point to have the space in between. This is what helps you. The things that are veiled, you see right through them. And this is kind of a relief because you walk with the divine. You always see the truth. Home is important. You did go through a transition, which caused a bigger shift. And then you started making magic in your own life. Um, Spiritual cleansing, always a good idea. Pray, all that. Time is a very big thing in your life right now because there's always something going on, and it's like you're always in demand, is what it feels like. But the good thing about that is that you're so grounded. You're not just grounded, you're like double grounded. You already have a soulmate in your life. He's a divine masculine. He led to the new life that you're now living. You went through a transformation. You have really good friends. And you have guides, or you listen to the voice within. Okay. And you've gained a lot of knowledge, and you trust in the divine, and gratitude is big on your list. That's what I have for you. I hope it helps, Stephanie. That was pretty interesting. I like that. All right, Phantom. Let's see where we're going with Phantom. Whew. Oh my, oh, you got Bishop on the list. You're welcome. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. There's really, it doesn't feel like there's anything wrong in your life. It just looks like it just showed your path. Phantom Punk, are you a guitar player? Love you too, Stephanie. Yes, Straight Queen, this too shall pass, okay? All right. Oh, nice. I love that. Yeah, because I don't think you have anything wrong with you. Okay. May I have a general? What do we have for Phantom in general? Let's go with the red. Okay. What do we have for Phantom in general? Okay. So there's something here about pushing yourself a little harder than you should. You are still part of the list, oneness. Okay, so there's a lot of pressure around you, and you need to like set some boundaries and release some of that pressure. Okay, and okay, I get it. It's like you need to pull back away from everything, like release a whole bunch of things, okay? And redirect your focus to where it needs to be. You're smart. You have a lot of knowledge with this. You know how to do it. You've had to do it before. And then here's the other thing: you have an immense amount of faith and trust in the divine. Oh, I don't know how I did that. How did I make my? How did I do that? Okay, it's faith and trust in the divine, and you're right on track. So keep going, Phantom. I love it. You are welcome. All right, let's do oneness. Hi, oneness. What do we have for oneness? Please like, share, subscribe. 11:11 on the clock. If you can support the channel, that's great. If you can't, please don't put yourself out. God takes care of us. All right. Oneness. For oneness, what do we have for oneness? You. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I love this. This is like beautiful. Um, Iris, are you trying to pick Bishop up? Hi, Earth Angel. Okay, so this is so beautiful. The first card you had was spiritual cleansing. Like you are pure, you're innocent, you have divinity, you are connected to the divine. You have magic because you make the magic in your life because you're connected to the divine and you live a clean life and you're in your power. Whoa, hold on, I'm coming back. You're in your power. That's that's a beautiful lineup. I'd take it, oneness. Look at that. Magic. I'm back. Iris is bad. I know. And we've just been talking about temptation tonight. All right. Are we normal now? Oh, it just buffers. It does that sometimes, and I have to go out and come back in. So, but we're good. Okay. Iris, who am I on now? Ma'am, you are not trying to behave. This is your playground. All right. Okay, I just did oneness. Who am I? Earth Angel? No. Who am I on? I did oneness. Yes, I did oneness. I do like your name too. No, no. Never put peas in your rice. Hi, Bishop. Do not put peas in your rice. That's disgusting. I'm going to tell you my pea story and then I'll read Bishop. When I was a little girl, my grandma, hello, hello, my grandma would make us eat green peas. Okay. And I detest green peas. Do not like them at all. So my grandma would always go in the living room. She'd make our plates, and we sat in the kitchen, right? Me and my two sisters. Well, fried rice, I can live with it. Yeah, that's just because you don't really notice them. Me and my two sisters. So I had grandma would give us straw for our drink. So I decided that the trash can was in the middle of the corner of the kitchen, kind of out to the side. So I didn't want to eat my peas. So I put my peas in my straw and I shot them into the trash can. So grandma ate the peas. Sorry, I know I'm a sinner. But she called me anyway. But grandma did not make me eat peas anymore. Seriously. Okay. All right. My poor grandmother. Caribbean, you can if your Caribbean dishes hole in one. Yes. Okay, for Bishop, what do we got for Bishop tonight? We're going to go with the wisdom of the oracle for you this evening. For Bishop, let's see. I love peas and broth. Oh, oh, you are weird. Sorry, Bishop. What do we have for Bishop at this time, Lord? Exchanging gifts. You're sharing your gifts with the world. I get that. Always busy, having a hard time sleeping. I heard that. Going round and round in your mind about something. Put it away and you'll get your sleep back. Yeah, you have to make a decision about something, some kind of fork in the road. And you are moving to calmer waters. Anything else for Bishop? Yep, regeneration. Moving right along. I like that. Hated cake. Sorry, we can't. He didn't say he still hates cake, Iris. Sorry, we can't go to Longhorn. You have a color in my mind. Girl, I have a color in my mind. No, I don't know. Maybe pink. Hanging with Bishop. I'm sweet enough it wouldn't be. So bring me back. You offered her the cake. All right. Hi, Earth Angel. How are you doing tonight? I always have so much fun when I get on here. I have a guy friend, and he's always saying that. He always says, "I'm just saying," and I'm like, "Really? Okay. You just saying? You just saying what?" All right. Let's see where we are with Earth Angel. You are too. Oh my! You guys are killing me. Okay, Earth Angel, still talking to that higher power. I love that. Still connected. Beautiful. Singing Twinkle Twinkle. Still living on the edge a little bit, but in good ways. Don't think so hard, Earth Angel. It'll be okay. Keep working. You're making progress. You're going right where you're doing everything right. Going right where you're supposed to be. You left something that you needed to leave. Soulmate might come in for you. Don't get in a hurry. It'll be in God's timing and divine timing. That's what I have for you, Earth Angel. You're doing beautiful. Okay. Bishop, I don't know if she will take you to Longhorn if you're going to lick the icing off of her cake. And that just sounded like not so right. Oh, Lord. It doesn't mean they're not coming in. They showed up, okay? Let me know when they show up in live. Uh, you're welcome. Okay, where are we now? Well, I mean, come on, Mm, I know how to make a beautiful cheesecake. Oh, God. You guys are killing me. Okay, look, you're not supposed to. I just need a minute. You're not supposed to make the second laugh. Oh, Lord. Okay. If we, see, now here's the thing. What are we doing? We're laughing. Oh, Rabbit, you've been hiding in the background. Okay. Ah, so am I, Iris. I am so sorry about the icing remark. I know. That see, that's my life. Things like that just happen. I'll say something, and then afterwards, I'll be like, "Oh, uh-oh." And who threw the just saying in? That was so funny. Just saying. What is that, like our new thing? Just saying. If I start saying it, I'll be doing a read. I'll be like, okay, that's your read. I'm just saying. Probably have a salad. The story of my life, Sher. My mouth has a mind of its own. I swear, Bishop, I'm the exact same way. I open my mouth, I insert my foot, and then I have to pull it out again. It's terrible. Okay. Who have we not read in this chat today? Mm, sorry. Uh, wait a minute. Okay, so okay, let's talk about this. Is there a Rafi in my chat? Okay, I'm trying to keep a straight face here. We are having entirely too much fun in this chat. It's like a well kept secret, isn't it? So the next person that I'm going to read, I'm just going to read them. I'm going to be like, just saying. And they'll be like, well, what does that mean? And I'll be like, I don't know. Oh my goodness. EMB, do you want a card? I don't think we read EMB. I think I read Magic in the beginning. And if my friend's still in the chat, she's gonna think we're all crazy. All right, let's see what we have for EMB. Yes. All right. Let's see what EMB needs to know at this time. I wondered where you were, and you haven't even seen Sammy. He's laying there in the background, EMB. All right. Oh, Magic. I'll read you. Okay. Safe travels. Okay. I like that. Okay. Wherever you're traveling, you're going to be safe. I love that. Okay. You're releasing something that's even more beautiful. Making a shift in your life. Yes. We're aware. Becoming more grounded. I just heard taking care of business. Educating yourself. What else? Transmuting. Working on the shadows. Something about the full moon. Just focus. That's your job right now. Focus and get through. That's what I have for you. Drums or flats? Good Lord. You guys people are going to be starving in this chat. Our psychic chat is going to become, can the psychic guess what they want to eat for dinner? I hope not. I hope not. All right. That's what I have for you, EMB, but that's good. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, girl. You're doing good. Okay. And you're supposed to just stay focused and make it happen. Oh no, Asmar. I was trying to look up Asmar tonight, and I looked up EMDR instead. Let me write that down. ASMR. I got to research this. There's so much. Ugh. Uh, I'm glad, EMB. Stay grounded. You're doing a good job. Okay. Oh, I hate blue cheese. I mean, I detest blue cheese. When my kids were growing up, I always say like hate. Hate is a strong word. Try not to use that word. Cajun. Oh, that sounds good. Why are you guys are making me hungry? Is there anybody that we have missed reading for in this chat tonight? I like ranch and pizza. But I'm okay. Here's my thing: if you're walking in the light, you're trying to eat healthier. Uh, You're increasing your water. You are spending some time in nature besides the video that you see of my plants. Okay. that is not considered that is not considered spending time in nature. You have to physically get up and go outside. Okay. So I want to talk about, since we don't have anybody, let's talk about food and okay, let's talk about food and dating. Why do people? Good evening, LB. You're not late. You're right on time. Ooh, I can't do extra tomatoes. My face will break out. Um, people. Well, because you're asking me why people are abuse others. Because there's light and dark and everything. EMB. I'll be in just 1 second. There's light and dark in everything. There's good and bad. But if we didn't have the bad, we wouldn't recognize the good. We'd just be in this permanent state of boredom if you think about it. So that's why. And I have to read magic. Mushrooms. Iris, hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love cooking, but I love cooking like, the prime rib and all that. Okay. Okay, listen. Okay, magic. Wait, and LB. Okay, let's do LB and then magic. Sorry, magic. Forgive me. LB, we're going to pull some weird cards for you today. These are guides of the hidden realms. I'm being called there for some reason. EMB, you got an air hug from Iris. She reserves those for good people. Okay, what do we have for LB? Oh, one card. Wow. It's a way out of the weeds. Okay. You got out of the weeds. This is about a clear way out, multitasking and getting organized. Oh, you're getting out of the weeds. You're getting your life together, LB. I get it. Okay. What else? You had a moment of awakening. You're like, I got to get my act together. I got to make this happen. Sounds like it. Okay. No, zucchini and spaghetti is evil. Sorry. Just like you hear the music in your head now. New direction, seeing new potential, LB. Good energy. What else? Anything else for LB at this time? Oh, letting go of stories that no longer serve you. You were kind of stuck for a time, but you're not doing that anymore. The mask have come off, is what I'm hearing. And now you're surrendering attachments and you're releasing unconscious patterns. I really like that for you, LB. And you're manifesting the power of gratitude and praise, because you know that shift is what makes life worth living. I like this. Oh, very nice. Unconscious. Wait a minute. What? I don't know what unconscious was. Like, hold on. Oh, here. Hold on. I'm not sure what the unconscious was, because I never remember what I tell you, but basically it feels like you've shifted, you're putting your life together, you're going in new directions, and you're having like an awakening. Like you're like, I want to do things that make me feel good. I want to enjoy my life, like coming back around to being part of you. Yeah, like releasing things that don't serve you anymore. Let me see if I can find that card. It's going to bother me. I don't see it. I'm sorry. You made some choices, but they were good choices. You've thought about them a lot, but they were good choices. You're supposed to remember the choices you made were good. Okay, that's interesting. That's what I have for you, LB. All right. Sorry, my face is itching. It always itches when I read. All right. What do we have? Okay. That is Miraqua. When you do peppers and onions, okay, so there's Miraqua, which is onions, celery, and carrots. Okay. That's the basis for gravy. And then there's the Holy Trinity, which is peppers, onions, and carrots. Gotcha. I know it's magic. What do we have for magic? Something different for magic. Let's see what we have for magic. Let's go with the Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck for magic. Seems appropriate. Okay, you're having some blessed growth. Growth is coming. You're attracting people. You're in the flow. Mhm. You're open to surprises. You're open to a lot of stuff right now. You're seeing your path. Something about like embracing everything that kind of comes across, uh, like really looking at things and thinking, oh, wow, how far away are you, Bishop? Get off the food, people. Okay. And you found like you're aligned with spirit. This is beautiful magic because you know what that was? Because you're making a whole bunch of steady effort and you're staying true to your values. These cards are talking. And you have everything you need, and you will, because you make your dreams real and you welcome the opportunities that come in. And also, the spirit is your true source. That's what I have for you. Oh, are you in New Orleans? I know. I was going to say, I think the Holy Trinity in New Orleans is seriously the Holy Trinity. Oh, I'm not really serious, Bishop. Oh, no, no. Your lighting is so pretty tonight. You look glowing and that peaceful glow comes from the divine. I read that biblically because it was people where I used to work. Oh, thank you so sweet in Canada. Okay. Um. Oh, that's cool. If I come to New Orleans, Magic, I'm gonna have to look you up. It's been years. I love New Orleans. I would wait. I would love to be a reader in the square there with a little table. Last time I was there, I saw the cowboy. Okay. I saw the cowboy last time I was there. It was pretty amazing. The naked cowboy's not really naked. He wears underwear. So, have we have we missed anybody in this chat tonight? This has been a really fun chat, guys. Yes, it's been fun. Yeah, I would, because I got a reading in the square when I was in New Orleans. Oh, do you think I have had devils? Michael Stevens, I think everybody has had devils in their life. I totally understand that. I was in Florida right before Katrina hit. Was it, I can't remember the name of that hurricane, but I was there for that, and I was running an assisted living facility. That was oh so fun. And yeah, that was crazy devastation. Michael Stevens, we all have devils in our lives. If you believe in God, as my mom said, you got to believe in the devil. We do. It's those little things that like tend to throw you off track on a daily basis, like when you get self-absorbed, when when you start talking bad about somebody, that's a devil. You may not even know them. Yeah, and there are and I make jokes about it, but I really felt like I married the devil, honest to God, because I could not see it, and that person was not nice. And wow, you guys are making me so hungry. Oh, Magic, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. My parents moved from there right before that happened. It was crazy, and their house would have been gone because they were right across the water. So something told them to leave, which is good. I'm very sorry for your loss, Magic. That's terrible. All right, guys, let me know. Did you guys like the class tonight? You almost married. And that's the thing. The devil comes, and it's not just about who you marry. The devil comes in many shapes and sizes, and if you're concerned or worried that you're in the presence of the devil, and I've done this before. I felt spirits like that. I rebuke you in the name of the Most High, in the name of the Lord, and it will stop. That's a powerful prayer. So remember that if you ever have that going on. Michael Stevens, did I pull a card for you? I cannot remember. And we all have choices, And when oh wow. Okay, let me pull a card for you, Michael. I'm gonna pull the mystifying oracle deck. Uh, no matter how hard I try, I can never keep my desk clean during readings. Okay. All these other readers are so organized and beautiful. Energy flow. Yeah, you're releasing your blocks in life. You have clear passage. Your steps are being guided. You have armor and you have a real connection, Michael. And answers are going to be revealed, and the spirit will speak in silence. So, yes, and you're rising above the petty things in life. I really like that for you because you've been illuminated. That's beautiful. I love that. That's beautiful energy for you, Michael. It is good. It's very good. Okay, did we miss anybody else? Oh, so guys, did you like the class? I know it was a touchy subject, but I figured we might as well get that one out of the way first. The next class will be on angels. I will be teaching a class on angels. Look at this. Earth Angel knows I'm wrapping up. I love Touch by an Angel, and yes, I used to watch it. It was one of my favorite shows. I used to watch it every night at 11 o'clock. Yes. Oh, nice. No, I don't like. I don't think so. I know how to clean squid. Oh, thank you. All right. No, and I've caught shark, and they eat everything, so I don't want to eat shark. Blessings. Tomorrow, and you're running around, do me a favor and go share some peace and love. They're so messy to clean. That little, yeah. Okay, I'll be doing the class on angels tomorrow. I did. I caught a shark. I caught a tiny little baby shark, and I was out in a boat in the middle of the ocean. And what I will tell you about that tiny little baby shark is I never want to be in the water with a big shark because as soon as that shark fell off my pole, it was right back. I do. I sleep between 3 and 5 a.m. sometimes. Also, guys, I love you. Please go have some peace and love. The angel class will be tomorrow. And I'll see you guys later. I love y'all. Go share peace and love. Good night. And thank you, moderators. All right. Good night, guys. Good night, EMB. You're doing good. You guys are great. I love y'all.